Let's squeeze out the juice, honey. It's time to talk about one topic that everyone's always hush hush to discuss. Oprah may have said wise words that have got all of Hollywood in a chokehold, but is she as saintly as she appears? From canoodling with the most vile men in Hollywood, where do her loyalties lie? And who's ready to man up and spill the beans on her? Let's discuss if Oprah's involved in human trafficking and how Dave Chappelle reveals her connection to Hollywood elites. If there's juice to be had, you can count on Miss Juice to bring it to you. Back in 2006, things got pretty interesting when Dave Chappelle showed up on Oprah's show to spill the tea on why he turned down a massive $50 million deal for his popular show, Chappelle's Show. During their chat, Chappelle dropped some subtle hints about how celebs can get tangled up in the web of influence, controlled by powerful folks in the entertainment biz. Chappelle has some serious reservations about taking the deal, fearing that he'd lose creative control and end up being puppeteered by those Hollywood elites. Although he didn't name names, it seemed like he was hinting at some shady stuff happening behind the scenes. But guess what? Oprah wasn't having it. She kind of brushed off Chappelle's concerns and made him seem like a total nut job.
Well, I don't want black people to be disappointed in me for putting that out there.
No, you didn't want to be disappointed in yourself.
You know what, Oprah? You're right.
This caught some people off guard because Oprah is all about empowerment and calling out injustice. Her response made it seem like she couldn't grasp the idea that celebs face challenges in staying true to themselves and avoiding external pressures. The clash between Chappelle and Oprah exposed a clash of perspectives. Chappelle, known for his edgy and controversial comedy, presented an alternative viewpoint that shook things up. On the other hand, Oprah, being a big shot in the media world, probably had a closer connection to the industry establishment, which might have influenced her take on the matter. And it seems more people are catching wind of Oprah's antics. I'm not just spilling the tea, I'm brewing a whole new batch. Rose McGowan took to Twitter to launch a scathing attack on Oprah Winfrey, accusing her of supporting a corrupt power structure for her own personal gain. The former Charmed actress didn't hold back as she expressed her disappointment in Oprah, claiming that she is far from genuine. In her tweet, Rose highlighted Oprah's association with Harvey Weinstein, the disgraced Hollywood producer, and accused her of abandoning and destroying the victims of Russell Simmons. She didn't mince her words, stating that Oprah's actions reveal her true intentions and that she is as fake as they come. To emphasize her point, Rose even used the hashtag lizard.
To quote, from being pals with Harvey Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' victims, she is about supporting a sick power structure.
Rose had no qualms about unleashing her thoughts on Oprah, sparked by an old interview the talk show queen did with Dolly Parton that made its way back into the spotlight. In that interview, Oprah didn't hold back, diving into Dolly's plastic surgeries and even probing about her struggles with the blues. But let's just say, not everyone was thrilled with Oprah's line of questioning.
I heard that you look at your boobs as show dogs or show horses, right? And you say you have to keep them groomed.
Oh, I do. I call these my weapons of mass
The revived interview seemed to ignite fresh criticism aimed at Oprah, and Rose wasn't one to miss the opportunity to throw in her 2 cents. She hopped on Twitter and fired off a tweet that joined the chorus of skeptics, blasting Oprah for what she saw as a dubious track record. In Rose's eyes, Oprah's cozy relationships with powerful figures in the entertainment world raised eyebrows and hinted at a troubling pattern. Of course, how can we forget her intimate friendship with one of the worst men in Hollywood to date? Oprah's track record of giving a platform to some seriously toxic individuals has caused a lot of pain and suffering. Oprah's potential candidacy and her role as a prominent figure in the #MeToo movement have faced criticism in light of her close friendship with Harvey, which recently resurfaced online. The media wasted no time in circulating photos of Oprah socializing with the disgraced Hollywood producer, who has faced accusations of sexual harassment and abuse from over 80 women. Their professional relationship extends back over 2 decades, with numerous snapshots capturing intimate moments of affection at award ceremonies and Weinstein Company events. Oprah's involvement in movies distributed by his company, such as The Butler and The Great Debaters, further solidified their connection. One individual, British aspiring actor Katia Noble, has publicly shared her disturbing encounter with Weinstein in a Cannes hotel room in 2014.
People in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell, he had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend. And these, like, meeting Oprah was like, oh my God, like, I would have thought that I would have to be someone who's established, who everyone would have had to know about enough to meet someone like Oprah. So that gave me so much confidence in him.
Noble alleged that Weinstein used his association with Oprah to manipulate her, impressing her with the image of Oprah swinging off his arm, as reported by the New York Post. Noble believed that something extraordinary awaited her due to Oprah's association with Weinstein. However, what was initially intended as a viewing of his showreel quickly devolved into a situation where Weinstein sought to exploit her sexually. Weinstein's spokesperson countered these allegations, asserting that the encounter was consensual. When Oprah's in cahoots with such notoriously disturbed men, then what does that say about her? Juice is temporary, but the gossip I bring is forever. Wait till you get a hold of this weird story. João Teixeira de Faria, also known as João de Deus or John of God, was a well-known Brazilian medium and healer who gained fame for his unconventional healing methods. Despite not having a medical license, he engaged in spiritual healing by fervently praying for believers and using hands-on techniques to alleviate their afflictions. He even performed what appeared to be surgical procedures without anesthesia. Faria had been in the public eye since he started his practice in 1978, but his profile skyrocketed after being featured on an episode of Oprah in 2010. The show shed light on his work, bringing him widespread attention. In the 2010 episode of Oprah, which coincided with a profile of Faria in O Magazine, Oprah Winfrey encouraged viewers to form their own opinions about the miraculous nature of John of God's work. After the profile, Oprah herself traveled to Brazil in 2012 to meet with Faria for an episode of Oprah's Next Chapter, which aired the following year. She described having a profound experience during the encounter, particularly while witnessing Faria perform surgery on a woman with breast cancer. Soon after, 4 women courageously came forward on Brazilian television to accuse Faria of abusing them during their encounters with him. 3 of the women shared stories with host Pedro Bial on TV Globo, while one, Dutch choreographer Zahira Lineke Maus, chose to reveal her identity. Maus disclosed that during one session with Faria, he took her to a private room where he engaged in inappropriate behavior and sexual assault. She also accused him of molesting her during another session.
A friend of mine introduced me to John of God. 3 months after I joined, he started abusing me. I was 16. He'd take my panties off and do it. That's how I got pregnant. I asked for his help and he gave me some medicine. I thought it was a form of treatment, but it was meant to kill my baby.
Oprah expressed empathy for the women who have now come forward and expressed her hope for justice to be served. So, of course, you can't blame the fans for putting 2 and 2 together and realizing that Oprah's name popped up wherever crazy molesters popped up. When the rumor mill went berserk, Oprah finally chimed in. Back in 2020, Oprah Winfrey's name started trending on Twitter for all the wrong reasons. People were going crazy with rumors, accusing her of being involved in human trafficking. They claimed there was a raid and an arrest at her Florida home in Boca Raton. But hold up, Oprah wasted no time shutting down those ridiculous allegations. She took to Twitter and dropped a bombshell, denying the whole thing. Even Ava DuVernay, a close friend of Oprah's, jumped in on the action. She went on her own Twitter account and called out the haters. According to her, the whole mess started in some online forum for teenagers and adults. Trolls and bots were the culprits behind this disgusting rumor. DuVernay had Oprah's back, reminding everyone of the incredible work Oprah has done over the years, helping countless individuals and donating loads of cash to those in need. She even shared her own painful experiences of childhood abuse to support others. Yet, some people still had the nerve to connect Oprah to creeps like Jeffrey Epstein or Harvey Weinstein. It's pretty messed up how far people went to drag Oprah's name through the mud. But luckily, there were folks out there defending her too. They recognized Oprah's philanthropy and the positive impact she's had on so many lives. It's a stark reminder of how misinformation can spread like wildfire on social media. We've gotta be smart and fact check before jumping to conclusions. Of course, Hollywood kept mum on Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey long enough before hordes of evidence came through. Who is to say how deep Oprah's involvement in their scandals really lies? And that's the latest on this crazy celebrity mess. Stick around for more in-depth coverage of the biggest names in Tinseltown.